Hi everyone, my name is Bilal Khan and you are watching Simplified Coding. Today we have a guest and his name is Kishlay and he is going to discuss about an awesome product that he created. So, hi Kishlay, how are you?
Hi Bilal, thanks for inviting me to your channel. So we've created a new product for students, especially or anybody who is very actively learning something on internet. And the product is called Askify. And what we cater to is like what we started with was YouTube itself, because a lot of content, like a lot of good content creators, good educators, like you are putting a lot of free content on YouTube. A lot of people are learning a lot of good things from it. But we saw there was one problem that, when you study from book, you can mark it, like there's some good points, the important points. But you can't take notes or mark important points in video while you're learning from it. So this was like a very basic thing that we identified out. Okay, you have learned from some video, anything. If you're preparing for GATE, you're learning Android, or you're doing anything, or maybe learning UPSC, preparing for UPSC. But revising from video, getting back to some important point in the video was a pain. So that's what we started working on, and then we started meeting more students to identify how they study, what do they do when they study from YouTube and this open, like whatever they do online whenever they're done, and what problems they face. And first we tried to understand all the problems and how they study, and then we made our product. So yeah, that is how it got created, why
Awesome.
we created it.
So, before moving ahead, I would like to you to introduce yourself. Like people should know who are you and little bit of your background. So, I think we should start from there.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I'm Kishlay. So I'm a 2016 engineering pass out graduate. So and I personally like love to create things. The reason I got interested into computer science was like, hey, I can think of something and then I can create it. So I had like computer, and this is the story of most of the creators. I think like I had computer in my home when I was in like class 4 or 5, and then got hooked to it. Like you see a lot of interesting stuff on it, and then you can also see that okay, maybe you can create something, and started learning programming. Created my first game, I think, when I was in class 6 or 7. It was tic tac toe. But it was very fascinating that I could create my own game. I could not just play games, but create my own game. So that was very fascinating. But yeah, when I created it, I understood that okay, you need to arrange things properly. You need to create it in a good way, to make it the right way, to have algorithms and all those things. So yeah, that's how I got interested. Then I kept learning and all, and in my final year of engineering college, I created two interesting projects. Uh, One was a women safety app called Chilla that would detect scream automatically, like we have no Hey Google, Hey Siri. So when you have Chilla application in your phone and you scream, it automatically detects that and sends SOS to all your relatives. So that got supported by Government of India, and also that was one good project. And another was something based on a similar technology, but on a fun side. So I like the Flappy Bird game, right? Like how difficult it was and how interesting it was. But then I merged it with the same technology where you can whistle and play. So
Yeah.
do and the character would jump and you have to control it that way. So that also got like 1 million downloads and all, and got pretty popular. Uh, so I'm kind of hooked into this idea of creating interesting things for solving user problems. That's what fascinates me, and that's who I am.
Yeah, that game, that whistle game I played, and it's really difficult to play because
Yeah,
I'm
by the
not
way,
able to
Bilal, a
whistle
lot of
like.
credit to you because
Yeah.
I learned Android from your blog that time.
Yeah, thanks, man. So now coming back to your product, so I will tell everyone like he has created a product that you can use when you're learning something from YouTube, because in YouTube there is a lot of distraction, and nowadays YouTube is filled with distraction. So his product will give you a separate area of watching video, and then you can take out notes. That's the key feature of the product. So Kisley, can you show us the product?
So, guys, Askify is just a Chrome extension, and once you install it, so once you install Askify Chrome extension, you will get a take note button like this here, or you can see it from the extension panel. You can pin it, and you can click here and click on take note. on the take note button. So once you click on the take note button, it will open up a note taking panel on the right side. And here itself, when you are learning anything, let's say I'm learning design patterns from Bilal. So if I can start taking screenshots, I can write the title and provide in the PN architecture. So yeah, and while I'm learning, and I suddenly realized that okay, Bilal has said something very important this particular moment, and I want to type it out. So all that I need to do is either I can of course write it down here, or I can just press the 15-second note button. This will automatically write down whatever Bilal has said or the instructor has said in the last 15 seconds. And while I'm like at any point in the video, and you can of course take screenshots at any point of time, but you can also mark the important sections and make your notes here. Why design pattern? So anytime you need to look back and see what you have learned, you will not have to go through the whole video again. You will have your own notes here, and you will not have to put a lot of effort also while you are learning from the video to take notes, because all that you have to do is press buttons and you would have left your footprint. You would have made your notes also, and it doesn't take much time. So it's not like that you have to write down full notes or do many things. So important times have been marked, important screenshots have been taken. If you wanted to write what the instructor has said, it gets written in just one click button, just 15-second note. And you can do all those styling and everything if you want to do. You want to make header or something like that. You want to change font color, everything. All the font features are available in this note editor. So this you can do. And it's not just YouTube, you can use it on any website. All that you have to do is click on this extension and click on the take note button. It will open up the noting panel on any website on which you are. So if you're learning from Udemy or any other place. So whenever you're learning anything online, you can very easily take notes using this. So that's the whole point of this extension, Askify. And whenever you and after you've taken notes from Askify, you can see all of that in the central dashboard in this place. So like I've just taken Android and BPM notes, so it starts reflecting here. And here are my folders of different notes. So I can create more folders, or I can put the existing note in some folder. So I can create a new folder or Android, and I can push this note into the Android folder. And anytime I want to revisit this node, I can just click it here. And here are my notes. You want to export it to some other, like if you use Notion and all, and you want to export your notes there, so you can take down the markdown and you can upload it there. That's something you can do. And there's one more thing. If you want to edit the note, you can still edit it. And this is one more interface that we have where you can take notes or edit notes. So the beauty of this particular view is that it's free from any of the YouTube distraction. You get the full transcript of the video as well here, and no ads as well. So yeah, I mean, when you study from YouTube, one of the biggest problems is all the recommendations that are coming and all those stuff. I mean, the presence itself is very distracting because all that you do in YouTube is jump from one video to the other. So this view takes care of all those problems, and you can study in a very distraction-free way.
Great. So you
Yeah,
also have an Android app, right?
yeah, we also have an Android app, and it's very similar. But yeah, I mean, it's not like YouTube interface will get modified in the YouTube app.
Yeah.
All that you have to do is you install Askify, and like you share a video to WhatsApp, you share the video to the Askify Android app,
Askify.
and it will open up the video, YouTube video in Askify app with a note-taking panel, and you get all these same buttons there. So while you're watching, you think, okay, there's some important point, mark it using timestamp button. You want to take screenshot, use the screenshot button.
Okay, so apart from that sharing thing, you get all the features that you have on your web, right?
Yeah, you get everything, and standard features of any other note-taking panel. So yeah.
Okay, one question, Kishlay, like this product is free or you're charging anything to the users?
So this product is free for India. You're
Free
charging
for
other
India.
countries, but free for India.
Okay, for Indians it's
Yeah,
free.
yeah, for Indians it's free. And also we are about to introduce a way through which you can actually earn money through Askify.
Yeah, because
So we
I
are
am
treating,
thinking, I am thinking a lot
yeah,
of new things that you can introduce for creators, because right now it's focused for users and not for creators, I think. Am I right?
yeah, it's for end
Yeah.
users right now.
So you may add new features for creators so that people like us can use. For example, I need to sell something, I can use it. I need to
Yeah,
sell my nodes or source code, because in my case, I can sell source codes. So I can, I'm not planning to sell source codes, but yeah, if a creator wants, he can do it.
a lot of creators might be planning to.
Yeah. So yeah, you can add all these features. And I think you're planning about these things, right?
Yeah, yeah. And
So
even any end user can create any node and will be able to put that into the marketplace. Through that, if anybody wants nodes on Android, or maybe let's say React, or something in medical or anything, so they will be able to just search. They'll be able to get all the nodes which are available by other people, and they can purchase it. So thereby you will be able to create nodes and make bucks out of it as well. So win-win for everybody.
yeah. So now let's discuss something from the technical point of view. So the first question that comes in my mind is, why a Chrome extension? Like, why you decided to go with a Chrome extension? Like, very less people
Yeah,
develop for Chrome, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
what was the
Yeah,
reason? Like,
actually very interesting question. And there was a lot of discussion about this between me and my co-founder as well when we started it. So because what comes first in my mind is, yeah, app should be there. But if you think about general user behavior, the most important thing when you create a product is that there should be least friction in their existing behavior when they are trying to use your product. You should you should assist them, you should give them more features maybe, but shouldn't change the way they do what they're actually doing. It should just become more easy, that's it. And in case of an app, it's still that you have to share it in some other app, which is still Askify, but I mean, you're getting out of YouTube, and that's a friction. So whenever there is a friction, the usage will reduce. Here, in this case, though it takes little effort for us to make users educate that, I mean, there's something as Chrome extension, because many people don't even know there's something as Chrome extension, and the very interesting things that you can do with Chrome. But once they see the output, okay, this is what they can get when they have something like Askify Chrome extension installed, they happily install it. And yeah, so coming back to your question, the main beauty of Chrome extension and why we chose Chrome extension is that uh, there's very less friction between what you have been doing and what we and how we want you to do that better. So it becomes a part of YouTube interface.
okay, Gisla, so when you started this idea, so you decided that you will develop a Chrome extension. Now it is little bit unconventional. Very less people develop Chrome extensions, I think, because I also don't know how to do it. So can you discuss a little bit about how to start doing this thing? Like, if someone wants to build an extension for Chrome, so like, what is the tech stack, how you do it, and from where we get the informations?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, I mean, yeah, there is like very less product in the market. But if you see, there are some very successful products that have been built using Chrome extensions, and like Grammarly is like $10 billion company. So that self proves, and because there are less products, you can also take it in a way that there is less competition for you to fight with. So yeah, that's first. When you have to start working on Chrome extension, the first thing is that your JavaScript needs to be really strong. Like our extension has been built on vanilla.js, so there's hardly any library that we have used. A lot of skeleton, like a lot of things that we have built is from scratch, and that has taken good amount of effort. But I think there have been some advantages as well. It has made the overall product lighter, more fast, and given us to some extent more flexibility. Whereas our website, if you see, is built using React and Next.js. But yeah, and also one more thing. Google has recently announced that there were two architectures. So there's a very recent new architecture through which the Chrome extension has to build, and very less documentation is there. So I'll share with Bilal where all you can read about the new architecture MV3 Chrome extensions. So you can refer that and learn from there.
Okay, I'll put all the links in the description of this video. Once again, let me put this laptop on charge. Okay, so now my next question is like, how long did it take you to build this product? Like,
Yeah, it has taken a good amount of time. I would say the very scratchy version of the first release that we did out for testing whether people will use it or not. It took around 20 days, but it is a very unstable version, and there's some problem also with the Chrome extension thing because as you see, there are other products use React or anything else. There's a big community there, so you get a lot of support, or if you face any issues, you get answers on Stack Overflow and things like that. And we started facing some issues because, especially because Google is migrating the existing architecture to MV3 and is forcing all the developers to move to the new one. But there are like not much support and there are bugs in there also, which is creating problem to a lot of developers. So yeah, the first version I would say it took around 15-20 days. I think we have spent more than 3 months just to perfect what we have. We have a help button there in the Chrome extension. So if anybody faces any problem, it clicks there. And from users, we most of the time get to know, okay, that in some laptops some issues is coming, and then we try to understand why this might be happening, and we try to get back to the forum and community, solve it, or we try to bring some with ourselves and solve it. But yeah, that has been a lot of problem. Whereas it would have been Android or any other popular community, development aspect would have been much more easier, and a lot of existing issues, I think, which are bugs which are still open, would have been resolved. But since the community is small, they have left it open. Yeah.
and how big is your team? Like,
There's two people, it's a small team. I and my co-founder. So I'm Kishlay and there's one more person, Pratyush.
okay. So one very important question here. Are you still in a job or you're doing this for full time?
We're doing it full time. So we decided we'll take it full fledged.
And when you started this idea, you was doing a full time job, or
Yeah, I was doing the full time job.
so with job you build this product. So that's what I want to tell the people, like you can build something while you are in job. So that's the
Yeah,
this
so
conversation.
that yeah, what happens is what you need to do is see. Many times we have a misunderstanding that you need to have a very refined version of any product when you bring it out to the market. But if you're really solving something which is a pain point to somebody, even if your UI is not refined, even if your all the required functionalities are not there, people will still use it, and that is what you need to test with your first version. If you see there is traction, if you see you are solving a real problem, you can go out and take your next step decisions. But I think you can build the first basic version while you are in job and stuff like that. And also, if you look at any big startup, now they have a very refined product and many features, but all of them started with a crappy UI and one or two features. So that's the story with most of the
Yeah, even my channel started with a crappy video that's still there if someone wants to watch.
yeah, but people loved what you were teaching so much, and
Yeah,
that they still watch it. They don't care whether your your
yeah,
camera
if you
has
wait
been
for the
flashy or not.
perfect thing, it will never going to happen.
This will never happen,
So
exactly.
yeah, that's what I also believe. So yeah, that's great. Okay, so now the next question is like, what is the initial feedback of your product that you're getting from the users? Like how many users you have and what is the rate of active users? So if you can tell these things.
So we started with just two users. One was my cousin sister; she's preparing for medical, and one was brother of my elder brother of my friend. He was preparing for UPSC. Discussed the problem with them and made it for them. And I am also myself like I learn a lot of keep learning a lot of things from YouTube and all. So I also kind of used it. I'm also a user of my product, so I knew what to build and what problem I had. So started with 3 or 4 people, you can say, and now we have like over 22,000 people users using it across 89 countries, majorly from India. I'd say 20,000 users are from India itself. So, and the initial traction, what you would say is, so as I told you, we had this help button in the editor itself where you can take notes. So when we started scaling, when it started reaching out to more and more people, we started like a lot of people started coming to the chat and talking to us, and they said, and they had this problem. A lot of people were just watching and not taking any notes. So even people who were like preparing for NEET or JEE, so they had this big problem, and they were like, "We really needed this, and thanks for building it." And then we would say, "Thanks, like really thank you, like you like that product, and please do share it." And then many times we used to hear that one of my friend only told me to use this product. So the initial feedbacks were really, really nice. And then we started even getting feature requests. Okay, can we have this? Can we have that? Can I write on screenshots? Can I crop the screenshot? Small stuff. So that's how project started getting defined also. So and that's what we have been doing. We most of our product roadmap is from user feedback only, whatever they want, and whatever are the common requests that we are hearing from users again and again.
That's awesome, Kishlay. So the next question is very interesting one, and it is for the people who wants to build something. So if you spend your days and night building something, it makes no sense if you're not able to monetize it. So
Yeah,
can you discuss about how you are planning to monetize it?
yeah, surely. So first of all, we need to understand that there are different geographies and which have different propensity to pay. So, for example, a product like this, which is helping a doctor in United States, he'll be readily, he'll be happy to pay $5 per month per product, and we have such users. So, in the first world countries, this is a subscription-based product, and for India, if you see, in India, you need to be creative. You have to make money. You cannot ask users. Even if you ask 10 rupees, we know people hardly anybody will pay, though they are using it a lot. The usage of the product is really high. It's like around right now, 4 to 5 lakh screenshots are taken on the product every month. That is a kind of usage, but we know that people still not pay even 10 rupees. And that's the case, and that's something I've learned from Bharat Pay as well. So, like unlike other people who were charging for QR code scanning and the payment, uh, they they started giving loans and then started money on top of it. So they got very creative about it. So we have thought of some similar terms that okay, very interesting. That people are creating notes, and there are a lot of people who want ready-made notes. So creation is happening, and there are people who are ready to share notes as well. So why not have a notes marketplace? So a lot of people will get ready-made notes. So right now, as you see, you come to YouTube, you see the take note button on YouTube. You can take notes alongside with that take note button. In coming 3 4 weeks, you will see a public note button, and there you will be able to see. Okay, on this video, you have like 5 people who have made their notes public, and then you can directly access to them, and maybe you can pay a tip to them, stuffs like that. And a notes marketplace as well, a separate search place where you can search, okay, I need this, I need to learn something just in geography or about history of Egypt. Somebody has made notes, you can purchase it from there, and you can upload your own PDF or whatever in whatever form you want to sell your notes. So that's the plan of monetization.
Great. Okay, Kisla. So my last question is, what are some of the exciting feature that you are going to build in your product?
Yeah, so some very exciting upcoming new features. So we've got a lot of requests from students to have to like take auto notes of meetings or the live classes. You will have something like when you are attending a Google Meet meeting, it will automatically write down all the notes of different person, whatever they have said, and automatically get saved as well. So that's one. And second is for a lot of educators when they teach online, to make it more interactive, they try to do quizzes and all. So for that also, we are bringing a new feature where they'll be able to share, okay, option A, B, C, D, and that option, like the quiz, and that option will appear in the Askify note-taking panel, and you can put your vote. And then we'll have a central leaderboard and everything going. So this will help the live classes more, make the live classes more interactive and engaging. And yeah, so it will be helpful to educators and students. So this is something that coming up.
So I think that's all for this meeting with Kishlay, and the product is very amazing. I liked it, and I will use it. I also learned something from YouTube, so I will try to use it. And you guys can also use this product. I will leave the link in the description of this video. So nice to meet you, Kishlay. Very amazing product.
Thanks for inviting.
Yeah. So if you want to say something at the end, then you're most welcome.
Yeah, I mean, anybody watching this video, if you liked it, and if you have some view about the product, do write in the comments below or reach out to me. Would be happy to hear any feedback
Yeah,
or
and
any idea that
subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, subscribe to Bilal's channel.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Bye guys. Bye Kishlay.
Bye.